So the question is, can I safely clean my fine fabrics? I might have a cleanability code that says dry clean only. Can I proceed using a water-based cleaning solution on my fabrics? Let's take a look at what we need to consider. First of all, the Green Mitt system is a very low moisture cleaning system. I've got a bucket here with a little bit of our cleaning solution in here. Keep in mind that our cleaning solution is safe. It's not going to cause damage to your fabrics like bleaching out your fabric. And see how well I'm wringing this out? That's really, really important. These are cleaning tags on a couple of different fabrics that I have here. And you can see it says a cleaning code, water-based or shampoo. And over here is cleaning code solvent cleaner. So you might have a code that says dry clean only, a solvent cleaner. And what they're suggesting is that it says that you only use a solvent to clean it and not a water-based cleaning system. So back to my point earlier about it's a low moisture cleaning system. That's why you can clean all these fabrics and any fabric you run into with very, very, very few exceptions. And I'll talk to you about what those exceptions are in a second. This is a paper plate. I'm going to keep it down here and you can see that it's a dry paper plate. Now watch when I go over it with this Green Mitt. See how it's shiny? Just keep watching. See how it's dry already? I'm going to do that again. That's a dry plate right there, just in case the camera didn't pick it up. That's how little moisture there is in this cleaning system. The microfibers grab and hold the slightest soils that are on this. The smallest specks of soil and bacteria can trap and hold. That's one of the features of our special Green Mitt. And when I wipe down a fabric, this is all mostly cotton fabric. This is the back of a cushion that I have here. Notice how it doesn't really darken it up too much as compared to if I get it really wet. Now that's a water spot right there, okay? Now if we let that dry, if you wanted to be careful and say, hey, look, I got a cushion here and I got a fabric here that says dry clean only. I'm going to go to the back of the cushion, like this is the front, this is the back. I'm going to get that wet and let it dry and see if I have a ring when it dries. And if it does, it doesn't mean that you can't clean it because you're going to go ahead and clean it with a lot less moisture, right? I won't have a dark spot just doing that. It's kind of like what happened with the paper plate. I'm only dampening the fabric, and in a very short amount of time, it's just going to dry evenly. So getting back to this, let's say you had a spot. Let's say you had a big spot right here and you had to get that spot clean. You'd use some of the cleaning solution. You might put a little bit extra cleaning solution on that spot, try to wipe it out. And even on a fabric that left a water stain in your testing, then what you do is you'd feather out all of the fabric so you didn't have an edge of water where it was wet and then dry. And that's how you keep certain fabrics from having water stains, okay? So if that was a fabric that was very, very delicate and left a water stain, it's safe to still use this mitt because we're not getting the fabric too wet. Again, just like the plate. Same thing with all of these fabrics. This last fabric is a three-dimensional fabric, and it's got a little bit of a velour over here. And I want to feel that velour and it's nice and soft. It's dry. So my test for this, if I had this fabric at home in an inconspicuous area, again, like the back of that cushion, is I would dampen it. The amount that I dampen it with the Green Mitt. And then I'd walk away, and 5 minutes later, I'd come back and I'd make sure that this, when it was dry, felt nice and soft like this does over here where I didn't get it damp. And if that was okay, and that were the case, then you're safe to move forward. So the bottom line is, the takeaway is you're using very, very little moisture. You're using enough moisture to grab and hold the soils that get on the fabric and safely clean all your fabrics.